Well, folks, we have huge breaking news again. It seems to happen every couple days right now. Huge breaking news for Georgia gun owners members right now on the fight for constitutional carry here in Georgia. Major developments today in committee action. We're joined with political director Alex Dorr, who's on the ground right now at the Capitol. We have our former director. We just can't keep Patrick out of this fight. We've got Patrick Parsons
We don't
here
want him
today.
out.
And I'm Aaron Dory. We're Georgia gun owners. Guys, a lot going on, a lot of questions from gun owners. We're going to answer all of those in today's video. But the big action, the short takeaway on today is that after a relentless amount of phone calls and texts and emails from GGO Nation, the House Public Safety Committee buckled under the pressure today, and they moved SB 319 out of that committee and on to the next one. This is happening for one reason. And if you watch the testimony, you know exactly what I'm talking about because you can see their tears. You can see the tears coming down Jay Collins' face. This is happening because GGO Nation is relentless with our pressure. So before we talk about where we are in the process, Alex, you've been there all day, all session in this fight. Where are we at right now? How did it go today in committee?
Oh, it was lovely. As you all know, we've been sending out the emails. We've been sending out the text messages. Take action. Text Jay Collins, text Ralston, tell him stop stonewalling. Senate Bill 319. You've had it for weeks now. Get it moving. And we've just been waiting. Nothing been happening. So you guys have been hammering on him for days. I came down here to listen to the Senate committee. I'm like, hey, I got time. Let's see what's going on in public house and public safety. So I go in there and I get a chance to talk with Jay. I'm like, Jay, where's 319? Haven't you been hearing from us? What's going on? And he's all like coy. He's like, oh, you'll just have to wait and see, won't you? Just wait and see. And lo and behold, guys, we had been told on Monday that the earliest we'd ever see action on 319 was maybe Friday.
And likely never.
And likely never. Friday at the earliest, more likely Monday or Tuesday. And this with Thursday being the final day of the session down here. So you guys did it, okay? You lifted the heavy rocks. It was done. Senate Bill 319 was not on the agenda. It wasn't on the printed agenda. It was an add-on at the end just at the beginning of the meeting. They decided to throw this bill on there because you guys poured on the pressure so hard they couldn't sit back and not do anything anymore. So well done. Thank you to everybody. Thank you.
Patrick, you have been leading this fight for a decade until you moved on to different things in the gun rights community. And you had to be I know you were laughing. We were talking on the phone, watching these disgusting rhinos who have been an enemy to gun owners, an enemy to constitutional carry, an enemy to freedom for so many years, praising themselves, clapping themselves on the back, praising all the rest of these compromised organizations. It was quite something, but we know what happened today. GGO Nation is forcing this bill forward.
Yep.
Yeah, it's massive pressure. It's these politicians making excuses, and we saw that during committee today, praising themselves. But make no mistake, GGO Nation, this is all happening because of your grassroots efforts. It's the calls, it's the texts, it's the emails. We can't say it enough, guys. It's a furious barrage. Maybe even more so than what's happening across the ocean right now over in the Ukraine. But it is unbelievable, a grassroots assault on the Capitol right now, guys. And you should be proud of yourselves for that. This is not the politicians' advancement. This is an advancement by the members and supporters of Georgia gun owners. And by the way, guys, let us know where you are watching from, obviously.
Comment.
Alex. Yeah, comment down there, guys. Alex obviously is watching from the Capitol. I'm here in Kennesaw. Couldn't get down there today, guys. But let us know where you're watching from. Keep up the heat. Alan Powell, Rick Jaspers, Jay Collins, Eddie Lumsden, Jeff Mullis, all these guys who for 10 dang years or 12 years really have just sat on their hands and they make these excuses why they can't do it. The governor. Well, last time I checked, the governor's office is the executive branch, correct? And the legislature is a different branch.
Exactly.
Pass the bill,
Yep.
no matter what the governor says. Freaking Alan Powell is just gross.
Not only that, but him to say we had to have a governor that would sign the bill into law. Brian Kemp has been there for 4 years. He signed the GGO survey 4 years ago. Why wasn't this done 3 years ago, 2 years ago, last year? Why are you waiting until today? So his whole argument is disgusting.
Everybody knows why. It's an election year, baby. That's what's going on here.
Yeah.
But we're getting a ton of questions, and I'm going to answer those right now. A ton of questions on, so what's going on? Now, I'm going to explain this to you, and I want you to understand, when I describe this to you and you get frustrated and you get kind of ticked off because this is confusing, understand this is on purpose. These politicians want you to feel confused. They want you to feel like you're not quite as smart as they are, because they love to look down their nose at us as though they're some kind of, special, powerful, smart people.
Yep.
This confusion is not on accident. It's exactly on purpose. So here's where we are right now. We have two versions of constitutional carry: Senate Bill 319, House Bill 1358. Two versions. Our bill is Senate Bill 319. Ralston's bill is House Bill 1358. Now today, in committee, Brian Strickland, chairman of Judiciary, stood up tall for gun owners, and he took the weaker House version, 1358. He ran a strike after committee amendment, and they took the language from SB 319 and put it into House Bill 1358. So today, right now, HB 1358 is a perfect version of constitutional carry. That's that bill. Now in the Senate, in the House, they did the exact same thing. Chairman Collins ran an amendment to put the language of House Bill 1358 into the Senate bill. And so on the one hand, we have strengthened the House version. The Senate version is now the weak one. They've done an exact crisscross. And again, if that makes you confused or frustrated, I understand. But we have two versions, and today, after what happened moments ago, the best version is now House Bill 1358. It is the best version. And so at the end of the day, right now, there's two things you have to do no matter what else you do. Send 2 emails, and we're going to post those in the comment section. I'm going to do it myself here once I stop talking. There's 2 emails you have to send. The House Rules Committee needs to move Senate Bill 319, and the Senate Rules Committee needs to move House Bill 1358. I know it's a lot. It's complicated business. I understand that, but there's 2 action alerts, and we've been working all afternoon to prep them for you. They're ready to go. Fire off these 2 emails right now and tell them, demand they finish this fight and put these bills through the Rules Committee, because it cannot go to the floor, either version, until we get past the Rules Committee. That is where things stand right now.
Are you telling me we got to go back to Jeff Mullis and remind him that he's got to start working for gun owners again to move this through his committee? Tell me it ain't so.
There is some fun there, because everyone knows.
Everyone
knows in GGO Nation that all of us we have whacked this guy the boat paddle to get us where we are in this fight, and we're going to do it again in the Rules Committee. Patrick and Alex, we were watching as Chairman Collins today. He put his Georgia 6-way, 2-way, 3-way pin on his lapel, and I'm sitting here in GGO HQ, and I'm working on the social media side and the emails, and I got on our social media feed, and I said, Chairman Collins may be wearing GA 2-way, 6-ways pin on his coat, but GGO members' boots are all up his ass right now.
Absolutely. And again, this bill was not on the agenda. It has not been on the agenda all week. And so for him to finally do this, does he really expect us to believe it's because he got a call from GA 6-way and said, would you mind moving this bill? No, you guys crammed it down him and said, do it. You guys called down every member of the Public Safety Committee, and they all took their turns. Throwing their little darts at us. We don't care. If you hate us, that means we're doing it right. We wear that as a badge of honor, okay? That you guys move this bill forward. You can cry all you want. I think, Aaron, I love this analogy. It's like if your dad comes up and slaps you upside for being lazy, but mom always makes excuses for you, who are you going to say is your favorite parent, mommy or daddy? He might say mommy, but we're your daddy, buddy. We got the bill through committee.
That's right.
Well, it's funny. I just went over to GA2A's Facebook page. Obviously, we've got people all over their email list to see, what they're not doing. They're not doing anything.
anything.
And they have no activists, and they have no action, and they have no grassroots, and they are being they have been decimated by Georgia gun owners because of our effectiveness, and they are being decimated. They posted 5 hours ago, and they have 1 like on their social media page. 1 like, GA2A. So we know the reason that they changed their name is because Georgia gun owners has been so effective at telling tens and tens and tens and tens, maybe hundreds of thousands of gun owners across this state what they have been up to at the Capitol over the last 10 or 11, 12 years. Cutting deals, screwing gun owners, stopping and blocking constitutional carry, and kissing the backsides of these politicians. That is why Georgia gun owners is leading this fight, and why we always have, and while the politicians are doing what we're telling them to do. GA2A, whatever the hell, even Mullis doesn't even, it's almost comical.
Yeah.
Put it written down.
Yeah.
You know, it's comical.
Yeah.
These guys are so clueless, and they don't even know what the grassroots thinks or the grassroots wants. They don't exist. So, I mean, we didn't come on here to talk about this today, but while we're here, we might as well.
Yeah.
GA2A is a fraud. It's a joke. They exist to endorse their political buddies. GGO Nation, getting this done. We've got a week left until what they call Sine Die, day 40. Keep the heat on, kick ass, take names, join up at joinggo.com and renew your membership or become a member today, guys.
I want to stress that what you just said, Patrick, is 100% spot on. A week from today, that's it. Thursday, next week, that's it. Sine Die, we're done. Everyone goes home. And if this bill is not done, it's not on Brian Kemp's desk, this entire fight goes and begins again next January. Again, 5 states last year passed constitutional carry, and this year we've already had, I believe, 4. We've had Ohio because we're involved in that fight. We had Indiana. Who else do we have here, guys?
Alabama.
Alabama did it. A lot of states moving constitutional carry right now.
Ohio,
Indiana, 24 states have it.
Yeah.
We could be number 25 if we finish this fight. So if you're getting tuned in late here, guys, there's 2 action alerts. There's 2 emails, and you have to send them both. We have dueling versions of constitutional carry. And after what happened a half an hour ago in committee, they've done a switch. And so now the best version of constitutional carry is House Bill 1358. We would accept both, but the best one by far, House Bill 1358. You've got to fire off both emails and be relentless. Be relentless. Call them, email them, hit them on Facebook and leave them a comment on their Facebook page.
Yes.
This is what moves policy. We're not begging. We're not asking please. We are ramming this down their throat, which is exactly how we got to where we are today. I'll just be honest. I've been in that building all session. Alex has been there all day. These people are combined terrified of us, and they hate us because they know we're not letting up. And the fear in the eyes of these people is glorious, because that is how
beautiful.
We want our politicians to think about the Georgia Gunners Nation, because we will hold them accountable whatever happens with this bill. I think you mentioned one last point I wanted to mention, Patrick. You know, we're huge. We're leading this fight. We're driving this. And here's the thing. No one knows what's going to happen in November. No one knows. Could be a great year for Republicans. It should be a great year for Republicans. But if the worst happens and we have Stacey Abrams who plants her fork in the governor's desk next January, it's going to be GGO Nation and nobody else who is the brick wall who stops the tyranny that she's going to push on us as hard as she possibly can. All these frauds, all these Alan Powells, all these GA 6-way guys who are 85 years old and done, they're not even going to try to stand in her path. GGO Nation is going to finish this fight. We're going to be there again in case it goes bad come January. This fight's never going to end, and we're never, ever going to go away.
Alex, you know, we had our motto on our social media page. It's our picture: strike first, strike hard, no mercy. I think that's what it is. You had this guy Jay Collins, a funeral home director from I think Villa Rica or something.
Yes, Villa Rica.
This guy, I mean, it's just hilarious. So describe the scene for everyone who wasn't watching earlier. This guy went up there and editorialized and
absolutely, but we can actually step it back a couple of steps. If y'all remember, When the Senate finally passed Senate Bill 319, Patrick, you were there, Aaron was there, Chris was there, Stuart was there, GGO was there. When that bill passed, we were standing in front of Ralston's office talking about now the fight's coming to the House. And somebody walked past us sneering and jeering and laughing at us like we were morons. That was Jay Collins, everybody.
Jay Collins.
That was Jay Collins laughing at us, saying that it would never happen. We chased him down to get a comment. He wouldn't comment to us. So here this was, Aaron, you and I sat in his office earlier in the year, like, hey, what's going on with
First day of session. The first day of session.
January 10th. It's a great day of the year, everybody. Send me birthday cards. But no, we're sitting there in his office, shaking his hand, like, what's going on? He just, there will be a constitutional carry bill. There's going to be a lot of them. Not sure which one it's going to be. And he just sits there. It was appalling. And so today he walks up to me after, I've been helping work on getting the message out that he was stonewalling this bill. And he's like, we've never met before. And he jams out his hand and say, like, why aren't you guys coming to the table? I'm like, I sat in your office. I shook your hand. I talked to you about this. And no, he just he seems to forget that we were there from the beginning working on this bill. So today he took personal privilege, and I think he might have stolen some notes from Jeff Mullis, just like we're meanies. We're not there to work with him. Basically, we're not there to stroke his ego, tell him it's okay, tell him what we will take and won't take as far as compromises. And so he just gets up there and says, we're bullies. We're bullies. I'm sorry, but you're the one that's bullying around and playing around with our rights here. You're the one that is holding back constitutional carry.
And GGO is not that hurt to be called bullies. Let's just be honest. We're quite fine with that. So this is a fight. This is not some Sunday school picnic. This is a fight. It's a fight for our freedom. It's a fight to give Georgians, 10 million citizens in this state, the same rights that 24 other states already have on the books. Crazy. And the only reason these Republicans are playing ball this year is two reasons. Number one, Brian Kemp is scared out of his mind that GGO is going to hold him accountable for a 4-year broken promise on constitutional carry. It's moving because of that reason, number one. And number two, because GGO Nation is relentless. And the Collinses of the Capitol, the Ralstons of the Capitol are hearing from you guys. They're getting your texts, and they love getting your texts. What can I say? They're getting your phone calls. They're getting these emails. And so we're going to keep this fight going. But for those who are asking again right now, what is next? Again, we have two dueling versions. Both are now going to the Rules Committee in both the House and Senate chambers. We need to get these bills out of rules immediately to get them on the floor for the final vote. We have prepared 2 action alerts for you right there in the broadcast here. 2 emails. They're pre-written. You don't have to worry about where they go. It's all been done for you. Send them both today. Send them both right now to the Rules Committee in the House and Senate. Here's from you right away. That is the key action for right now. People are asking, what is the number to text? James is asking that right now. James, there is no texting needed right now. Now it's the entire committee that needs to be hearing from you. So do that right now. And trust me, my man, if we need to do any more texting and have you guys text their cell phone, we will make that happen. So
I would just like to just take a moment here of personal privilege to Jay Collins and Jeff Mullis. You guys should just pick up the phone, call GGO, our phone number's on the website, and just tell us, hey, we're going to take up your bill tomorrow morning. If they just call us and tell us it's done and over with, they're going to move it on through. That's fine. We'd really appreciate that. But if we don't hear from you, we're going to have to assume you're not doing it. And, we'll do it
We're
again.
going to keep it up. We're going to keep it up. All right, guys, that's what we have right now for you. Much more information coming. We're going to have a GGO email going out literally in the next 15 minutes. So for those who haven't watched this video or didn't have time to watch the whole video, all the information you need is going to be out on email momentarily. And we'll be in touch with you guys very, very soon. Take care. Thank you so much for all of your commitment to this fight. You've made it all possible so far. Take a moment if you haven't yet done so. Go to joinggo.com and get involved in this fight. Joinggo.com. Fire off the emails. Share our video. We'll keep you guys informed. Take care.
Strike hard. Strike fast. No mercy.
No
That's
mercy.
right.
There you go.